Hello, my name is Biorius from Biorius. At Biorius, we do cosmetic product registration in Europe. So if you are a non-European cosmetic manufacturer, this video is for you. It will be of great interest. So the video is to explain how to register cosmetic products in Europe. As you may know, there's a new regulation that is valid since July 2013, which implies many different steps. So in brief, there are 3 steps for EU cosmetic registration. The first one is that you need to prepare a document which is called a Cosmetic Product Safety Report, or sometimes called a dossier or a PIF for Product Information File. So this document is a big document of about 50 to 150 pages that contains a lot of information on your product, such as the detailed formulation, the MSDS of each of the raw material, the certificate of analysis of each of the raw material, the name of the suppliers of each of your raw materials, the manufacturing process, and on and on. So there's a lot of documents in that document. We also need to prepare a label review to make sure that the label is EU compliant and so legal to market in Europe. If you are a US manufacturer, there are about 90% of the chances that your current US label will not be accepted in Europe. There will be some corrections to be done. So that was the first step. This is the big part of the work. Once we have this, you need to probably revise your label so that it will be EU compliant. And then we can do the second step, which is the notification of your product. This is done on the new notification system, which is from the EU government. This is called the CPNP, or Cosmetic Product Notification Portal. So once we have your product notified, you get a notification number, and this is your proof that your product are EU registered. Please note that in Europe, the government do not accept or refuse product. All the responsibility of confirming that your product is safe and EU compliant is on the shoulder of an EU certified safety assessor. This is the person that does the cosmetic product safety report document I mentioned before. So once you have your notification number, you're legal to market in all 28 countries in Europe. You may have to add some text or your label to be translated in the official language or languages of each country where you sell to. So as I mentioned, you will need a lot of documents on your products. If you want to receive that list, you can simply email me at mark@biorius.com, and I will be pleased to send you the list of all the documents you need to have your product registered. So that list is true for anybody you use in Europe, that it be Biorius or another company. This is the same documents for everybody. So now the last step, the step number 3, is that you need to have a EU responsible person for your product in Europe. And the reason for that is that if there's a problem with your product in Europe, the EU authorities do not want to be running after a manufacturer that can be located in China, Brazil, USA, or whatever. So they want to have a local responsible person that will take care of your products. So this is called the EU responsible person. So this can be a company, it can be a person, but you have to know that this EU responsible person will become legally responsible for your product. So for example, if there's a lawsuit against your product in Europe, this person will be the first one to be sued. So you should not use just anybody. We do offer this service at Biorius. We offer this service in collaboration with the largest US Cosmetic Trade Association, ICMAD, and we will be pleased to help you with this service if you need it. So the address of the EU responsible person also must be printed on your packaging. So if you are a US brand, for example, you will need to have two addresses. The first one will be your US address as the address of the brand, and also the EU address of the EU responsible person for your product. So this was just a quick information video summary to explain how the EU registration process is done. And if you want to have more information, all questions are most welcome. You can email me again at mark@biorius.com, or give me a call, and it will be my pleasure to assist you, and we can discuss how to go ahead with your project. And basically there's two more questions that is common, just as the last point. First, how much time does it take? On our side, we need 4 to 6 weeks to do everything from the time we have all your product information. But I would say the average project is about 3 months, because you need time to collect your data on your product if you don't have them. So this can take time. The second most common question is, how much does it cost? Basically, you need to budget about $1,500 to $2,000 per product to register your product in Europe. I know it may sound a lot, because in the USA there's no registration, it's a voluntary registration. If you have started exporting to Canada, this is a very simple and low cost project. But in EU, in Europe, this is something different, and that needs much more work, regulatory work to be done, and by experts. So again, you can ask me any question, just email me at mark@biorius.com. It will be my pleasure to assist you in your project. Thank you.